What's going on, guys? Philip at Trade Genius. All right, we're going to take a look at a multi-year chart of Bitcoin, and what I'm going to do is show you how you can identify market tops in Bitcoin. And we're going to use a couple of tools. So I'm going to explain to you what that means, and that. You'll notice that the market kind of tops out in these bands. We're going to talk a little bit about that in this video, and a tool that you guys can use to help identify the next Bitcoin market top. Guys, really quickly, we are running our specials one more day, and that has our Black Friday specials. We only do this once a year. These are only the month of November. Black Friday, we have these marked down at this price. We also have, for anything in the store, if you want just an indicator, for example, you can use Black Friday for the promo code and you'll get 50% off that. So I encourage you guys to check out our specials. We've had a really awesome year. This is our total gains aggregate for our crypto trades, 646% for the year, and we're really stoked on the performance of that. Not to mention the binary options, which are seeing similar type gains for the year with people on the return on their capital with our methodology on the binary options. So encourage you guys to check that out. All right, guys, let's dive into this video and explain how to find these market tops with Bitcoin.
Trade Genius.
All right, guys, let's dive into this BLX chart. Okay, this is the Brave New BLX, Brave New Coin Liquid Index. So this has the longest look back period for Bitcoin in TradingView. So we'll use that. It's end of day data. So updates at the end of the day. So you can look at daily, weekly, monthly, and higher time frames. It does not have intraday data. So for the purposes of this exercise, that's fine. We just want to have the longest look back period. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a moving average. We're going to use different moving averages than what most people do. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw on a 2-year moving average. And you can do that with a moving average of 730, a daily moving average. And we're just going to use simple moving averages, 730. And what I did was I've shown you the Fibonacci multiplier before. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take and look at the 8 multiplier and the 13 multiplier. So we're using Fibonacci numbers, but we're multiplying the moving average by the Fibonacci numbers, in this case 8 and 13. And we'll do that for each of the next 2 examples. So once we have that, and we can make this line a little thicker, we'll take a look at what that gives us. So this is a 2-year moving average. We multiply that by 8 and 13. First thing you'll notice off of the 2-year moving average is that it does a good job of indicating when the bear market is over. So the bear market in the last cycle dips under it, holds under it for a while, exits that moving average, and then that's the end of that bear market. And we've seen a similar thing here, except that we exited a little more energy than we did back here. If you really zoom in, you'll notice that when it cleared it, it came back and it tested this level. And sure enough, we have come back and tested this level and are currently hugging this 2-year moving average mark. Now, the interesting thing to note is that when we create a band of the 8 and 13 multiplier, it's identified the tops here on Bitcoin and its market cycles, and also did that here as well. So this does a great job of indicating market tops using a 2-year moving average and those multipliers. Next one we're going to take a look at is a 4-year moving average. And again, you can just use moving average of 1,460, and then we're going to use the same multipliers as we did for the 2-year moving average. Now you'll notice the 4-year moving average. And why 4 years? Well, the halving cycles are 4 years. The halvings are about 4 years apart. So you're basically taking that moving average, and interestingly enough, we're seeing price bottom out on that moving average. Pretty interesting. And you'll notice too that can't extend too far back because we only have so much information on the chart. So unfortunately, the moving average can only start calculating and plotting in 2014. But if you were to superimpose data, let's say, and fill in the data from before July 2010 when the BLX index starts, you can kind of see where we would have ran into the moving average sloping down, would have ran into that on these market top over here. So again, it does a good job of showing where the top zones are in the Bitcoin cycles. And the other one that you can do is just a yearly chart. So that's just a moving average of 365. And on this particular one, I did the Fib 5, 8, and 13 to create a band because it is a faster moving average because it's 1 year versus 2 and 4. And you'll notice that too also can catch the zone where you would be looking for price to exhaust. In this last cycle, just got into the bottom of the band and then price exhausted. So different ways to look at it. I think the 2-year is probably the one I would look at because it's done a good job of price getting into that zone. And, and then if it does get into that zone, then you start looking for signs of a top, and especially if you get outside that zone or even on the 1-year band, hitting that purple line would be a good exit point. Okay, so just a couple of ways to do that. Now, if you can't find a Fibonacci moving average multiplier on TradingView, leave your TradingView name below in the comments and I'll add you to that indicator, and then you can set it up like this as well. So just think of this as your Bitcoin top finder layout. Set it up like this and just check into these things as we get through the Bitcoin price cycles. All right, so that's it for this video, guys. I hope that helps. Please hit like and subscribe. It really helps out our channel. And again, if you're interested in any of our specials or getting into the room with us where we discuss cryptos, stocks, ETFs, binary options all day, every day, head over to tradelikeagenius.com and check out our packages there. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.
Trade Genius.